Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be diving into some seriously cool stuff today.
Yeah,
The biggest AI trends that are going to completely change the world by 2025.
it's true.
We're talking tech that feels like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's really just around the corner,
Right.
and you'll want to be ready for it.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating is how fast these trends are evolving.
Right.
It's not just about robots and automation taking over.
Yeah.
We're seeing AI being integrated into every single part of our lives,
No, it's so true.
from how we work to how we're going to solve these huge global challenges.
It's true. So first up, let's talk about the future of work.
Okay.
We can forget about those scary headlines
Right.
about robots taking over.
Yeah.
What we're really seeing is a shift towards,
Yeah.
what they're calling augmented working,
Yes.
where AI becomes this incredible tool
Right.
that helps us work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a really cool shift. Imagine if AI could just handle all those tedious, repetitive tasks that just drain our energy and creativity,
Yes.
freeing us up to focus on the things that we humans do best.
Uh-huh.
Problem solving, critical thinking, coming up with innovative solutions.
It's like having a super efficient assistant
Yes.
who can take care of all the boring stuff so you can just unleash your full potential.
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want that?
Nobody. And think about the impact on productivity and job satisfaction.
Right.
When people are freed from the mundane,
Yeah,
they're more engaged, more creative, and ultimately more fulfilled in their work.
totally. So we've got AI, boosting our work lives,
Yeah.
but it's also going to totally revolutionize how businesses make decisions.
Right.
We're moving into this era of real-time automated decision-making,
Yes.
where algorithms can analyze massive amounts of data
Huge amounts of data.
in the blink of an eye
Yes.
and make incredibly complex decisions,
Oh, yeah.
especially in areas like logistics,
Uh-huh.
customer service, and marketing.
Yeah. It's incredible the speed and efficiency this is bringing to businesses.
I know, it's wild.
Imagine being able to respond to, market changes.
Mm-hmm.
Customer needs supply chain disruptions.
Oh my gosh, yes.
All in real time.
Yeah.
Optimizing everything on the fly.
Yeah.
It's a total game changer.
It's like having a crystal ball that can just predict the future
Yes.
and help you make the best possible choices at any given
That's
moment.
right.
It's almost like having a superpower.
Speaking of superpowers, have you heard about generative video?
No.
This is where things get really wild.
Oh, wait.
So imagine you're typing out a description of a scene,
Okay.
and then boom, AI generates a video based on what you wrote just like that.
Whoa. It's like ChatGPT for video.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I could already see this technology changing everything.
Oh, yeah.
From entertainment and advertising
Mm-hmm.
to education and training.
And more.
It's wild.
It's still early days, but the potential is mind-boggling.
I know.
And
right?
while we're on the topic of mind-blowing tech,
Okay. Let's talk about how voice assistants are evolving
Right.
from those kind of robotic voices that we're all used to into something much more sophisticated and human-like.
I am so ready for this.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't had a frustrating conversation with Siri or Alexa?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we're moving toward a future where interacting with our devices
Yeah.
feels like having a natural, intuitive conversation
Right.
with a helpful friend.
I love that.
Imagine being able to seamlessly switch between text and voice.
Uh-huh.
Interrupt your AI assistant without throwing it off track,
That's sweet.
and have it actually understand
Yes.
the nuances of your requests.
That is the dream.
It is.
It's like having a personal AI assistant who can anticipate your needs
Yes.
and help you navigate your day with ease.
And as these AI systems become more powerful
Right.
and more integrated into our lives,
Uh-huh.
it's only natural that we're seeing a global push for AI legislation and regulation.
That makes sense. Governments around the world are working to establish, ethical guidelines
Real.
and legal frameworks for responsible AI development and use.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that AI is used for good
Yes.
and not for harm.
Absolutely.
And it's interesting to see how different regions are approaching this challenge.
Yeah.
For instance, the EU is taking a more cautious approach,
Uh-huh.
emphasizing data privacy and human oversight,
Right.
while China is focusing on promoting AI innovation,
Yeah.
while also addressing concerns about potential misuse.
It's a complex landscape.
Totally.
And finding the right balance is crucial.
Yeah.
You need to foster innovation while also protecting human rights
Right.
and making sure AI benefits society as a whole.
Absolutely. Okay, are you ready to explore something truly cutting edge?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, let's dive into the world of autonomous AI agents.
Okay.
These are AI systems that can operate independently,
Right.
making decisions and learning from their experiences
Yes.
without constant human intervention.
This is a huge step toward what we call generalized AI.
Okay.
AI that can tackle a wide range of tasks and adapt to new situations,
Wow.
just like humans can.
So it's like sending your AI out into the world
Exactly.
to learn and grow on its own,
Yes.
which is both exciting and a little nerve-wracking, right?
Yeah, definitely. It raises some important questions about control,
Uh-huh.
about accountability,
Right.
and the potential consequences of giving AI greater autonomy.
Right.
But the potential benefits are huge.
Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah.
AI agents could explore the depths of space,
Yes.
manage complex supply chains,
Uh-huh.
personalize our healthcare,
Right.
even help us solve some of the world's most pressing problems,
Yes.
all without needing us to hold their hand every step of the way.
Exactly. It's mind-blowing to consider the possibilities.
Oh, no.
But before we get too carried away,
Okay.
let's acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The challenge of navigating a post-truth world
Uh-huh.
where AI-generated fake content and misinformation
Yep.
are becoming increasingly sophisticated and difficult to detect.
This is scary.
It is.
Deepfake synthetic text manipulated audio.
Uh-huh.
It's getting harder and harder to know what's real and what's not.
It's a real threat to trust, to
Yeah.
truth, and even to democracy itself.
Wow.
We've already seen attempts at electoral interference using AI-generated content.
That's scary.
It is, and it's only going to get more sophisticated.
So what can we do?
Well, luckily, society is fighting back.
Okay.
We're seeing a combination of legislative measures,
Yeah.
educational initiatives,
Right.
and a growing emphasis on critical thinking skills to help us navigate this complex landscape.
It's like we all need to become digital detectives,
Yes.
constantly on the lookout for clues
Exactly.
that might reveal the truth behind the curtain of information.
And it's not just about individual responsibility.
Right.
We need to hold social media platforms accountable for the content that they host.
Yeah.
We need to develop better tools to detect and flag fake content.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to educate the public on how to navigate
Yes.
this increasingly complex information landscape.
It's a multifaceted challenge
It is.
that requires a collaborative effort
Yes.
from individuals, tech companies, policymakers, and educators.
Absolutely.
It's a challenge we must overcome
Yes.
if we want to preserve truth, trust, and a shared sense of reality in this digital age.
Well said. Okay, ready for another mind-bending concept?
Hit me.
Let's talk about quantum AI,
Okay.
the fusion of artificial intelligence and quantum computing.
Okay, I have to admit, quantum physics always makes my head spin a little,
Sure.
but I'm fascinated by the possibilities.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for us in a way that even I can understand?
So imagine a computer that can perform calculations millions of times faster
Okay.
than anything that we have today.
Right.
A computer that can leverage the strangeness of quantum mechanics
Okay.
to solve problems that are simply impossible for classical computers.
Wow.
That's the power of quantum computing.
That's incredible. So
Yeah.
what happens when you combine that power with the intelligence of AI?
You unlock a whole new realm of possibilities.
Such as?
We're talking about things like accelerating drug discovery,
Okay.
designing new materials with unprecedented properties,
Yeah.
revolutionizing financial modeling,
Yeah.
and even cracking some of the toughest encryption codes out there.
It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does, but it's closer than you might think.
That's wild.
Quantum AI is a field that's attracting massive investment in research,
Right.
and we're likely to see significant breakthroughs in 2025 and beyond,
It's definitely one to watch.
for sure.
Okay, so we've explored how AI is making us safer,
Yeah.
more sustainable,
Mm-hmm.
and pushing the boundaries of what's technologically possible.
That's right.
But now let's talk about a challenge that's becoming increasingly urgent.
Okay.
The rise of AI-generated fake content
Yes.
and its impact on our ability to discern truth from fiction in this post-truth world.
This is a critically important topic.
It is. The ease with which AI can now create incredibly realistic deepfakes, right? Synthetic text,
Mm-hmm.
manipulated audio is both fascinating and concerning.
It's very concerning.
It is. It's becoming harder and harder to distinguish
Yeah.
what's real from what's fabricated.
It's like we're entering a world where seeing is no longer believing. It's unsettling, to say the least.
It is.
And it has serious implications
Yes.
for democracy, journalism, and even our personal relationships.
Absolutely. The erosion of trust is a significant concern.
Totally.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If we can no longer rely on what we see or hear,
Right.
how do we make informed decisions?
Right.
How do we hold people accountable?
It's true.
How do we even know who to trust?
It's a good question. It feels like we're in this constant state of information overload,
Yes.
and it's becoming increasingly difficult to filter out the noise and find the truth.
That's why it's more important than ever to develop critical thinking skills and media literacy.
We need to be aware of the potential for manipulation,
Right.
question our assumptions, and cross-check information from multiple sources.
It's like we all need to become digital detectives.
Exactly.
Constantly on the lookout for clues that might reveal the truth
That's right.
behind the curtain of information.
And it's not just about individual responsibility.
Right.
We need to hold social media platforms accountable for the content that they host. We need to develop better tools to detect and flag fake content.
Yes.
We need to educate the public on how to navigate
Right.
this increasingly complex information landscape.
It's a multifaceted challenge
It is.
that requires a collaborative effort
Yes,
from individuals, tech companies, policymakers, and educators.
absolutely.
But it's a challenge we must overcome if we want to preserve truth, trust, and a shared sense of reality
Well said.
in this digital age.
Well said.
And this brings us to another fascinating and somewhat daunting topic,
Oh, yeah.
autonomous AI agents.
Here we go.
This is where things get really interesting and maybe a little scary.
Yeah,
We're talking about AI systems that can operate independently,
right.
making decisions and learning from their experiences without constant human supervision.
It's a concept that raises a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Like, how much autonomy should we give AI?
Right.
How do we ensure that these AI agents act ethically and responsibly? And what happens if their goals and values diverge from our own?
It's like sending our AI children out into the world
Yeah,
and hoping they'll make good choices.
that's a great analogy.
It's both exciting and a little terrifying.
It is. And you just like with parenting, it's all about finding the right balance
Right.
between guidance and freedom.
Uh-huh.
We need to design AI agents with clear ethical guidelines and safety mechanisms.
Yes.
But also give them the space to learn and evolve.
It's a complex and evolving conversation,
It is.
but one that's incredibly important as we venture further into the realm of autonomous AI. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. What are some of the potential benefits and risks you see with autonomous AI agents?
The potential benefits are immense. Imagine AI agents exploring the depths of space,
Wow.
managing complex supply chains, personalizing our healthcare,
Right.
and even helping us solve some of the world's most pressing problems,
Yeah.
all without needing us to hold their hands every step of the way.
It sounds almost utopian, but what about the risks?
Sure.
What keeps you up at night? You think about AI having that level of autonomy.
For me, the biggest concern is ensuring alignment.
Okay.
We need to make sure that these AI agents share our values and goals, that they understand the nuances of human ethics and morality,
Right.
and that they're designed with robust safety mechanisms
Right.
to prevent unintended consequences.
It makes me think of those science fiction stories where AI becomes so intelligent
Yeah,
that it surpasses human capabilities and decides we're no longer necessary.
it's a common trope in science fiction. And while I don't think we're anywhere near that level of AI sophistication yet,
Okay.
it's a possibility we need to consider as we develop more advanced AI systems.
It's like we're playing with fire, but it's a fire that has the potential to light the way to a brighter future if we handle it with care.
That's a great way to put it.
And that brings us to our final segment, where we'll wrap up this incredible deep dive into the AI trends of 2025.
It's been an exhilarating journey exploring the ever-evolving landscape of AI.
I know, right? It's been a lot to take in.
We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from practical applications to the ethical considerations and the mind-boggling possibilities on the horizon.
It's been an incredible conversation, and I'm eager to hear your final thoughts on where all of this is headed.
Sure.
What's your big takeaway from this deep dive into the AI trends of 2025?
For me, the key takeaway is this AI is a powerful tool with the potential to reshape our world in profound ways, for better or for worse.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
Exactly. And it's up to us to ensure that we wield it wisely, ethically, and for the benefit of all humankind.
I couldn't agree more.
We need to approach AI development and deployment with a sense of responsibility, humility, and a deep understanding of its potential impact on society.
And as AI continues to learn and grow, we all have a role to play in shaping its future.
Absolutely. This is a conversation that needs to involve everyone. We
Yes.
need to engage in open and honest dialogue about the implications of AI,
Right.
address the ethical challenges, and work together to create a future where AI enhances our lives and
Yes.
helps us build a more just equitable and sustainable world.
That's a beautiful vision, and one that I hope we can all strive for. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the AI trends of 2025.
You're welcome.
We hope you found it insightful, thought-provoking, and maybe even a little bit mind-blowing.
And as AI continues to evolve at an incredible pace, we encourage you to stay informed, stay curious, and join the conversation about the future of this transformative technology.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. You can find us on social media, and we encourage you to continue exploring the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. Until next time, stay curious.
Welcome back, everyone. We just scratched the surface of AI's impact, and now we're going to dive into some areas where it's already making waves and is going to cause some even bigger ripples in 2025.
Yeah, let's kick things off with something that's both exciting and crucial in today's world. AI in cybersecurity.
Okay.
I mean, we're all spending more time online than ever,
Right.
and the threats are becoming more sophisticated by the day.
Absolutely. Think about it. We're entrusting so much of our lives to the digital world, our finances, our health records, our personal connections.
It's true.
Protecting all that is paramount. And that's where AI steps in as this incredibly powerful guardian.
It's like having an army of tireless digital detectives working around the clock to keep our data safe.
Exactly.
They can analyze massive amounts of network traffic,
Yeah.
spot those tiny anomalies that humans might miss, and neutralize threats before they even have a chance to cause any damage.
And it's not just about reacting to attacks. AI can proactively predict and prevent them by learning the tactics of cybercriminals and identifying vulnerabilities before they're exploited.
That's incredible.
It's like having a crystal ball that can see into the future of cyber attacks.
That gives me a sense of relief, knowing that AI is on the front lines fighting to keep us safe in this increasingly complex digital world. And it's not just protecting big corporations and governments, right? Individuals and small businesses are benefiting from this technology too.
Absolutely. AI-powered cybersecurity solutions are becoming more accessible and affordable, putting that same level of protection in the hands of everyone.
Right.
It's becoming an essential part of our digital hygiene,
I love that analogy.
like brushing our teeth or washing our hands, but for our online lives.
Okay, so we've got AI protecting us from cyber threats,
Yeah.
but it's also being harnessed to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing our planet, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about sustainable AI.
Yes. And this is an area where AI can truly make a world of difference. Imagine AI helping us create a future where technology and nature work in harmony, where we can advance and innovate while also protecting our planet for generations to come.
That's the dream. But how exactly is AI being used to achieve that? I mean, we often hear about the energy consumption of AI itself being a concern.
That's a valid point, and the field is addressing that by focusing on energy-efficient algorithms and more sustainable computing infrastructure. But even more exciting is how AI is being applied to make other industries more sustainable.
Give me some examples. I'm eager to hear how AI is making a real-world impact.
Think about agriculture. AI is being used to analyze satellite imagery and sensor data to optimize irrigation, reduce pesticide use, and increase crop yields, all while minimizing the environmental footprint.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like giving farmers a superpower to grow more food with fewer resources.
Exactly. And in transportation, AI is optimizing traffic flow, reducing congestion, and helping us transition to more sustainable modes of transportation like electric vehicles.
It's incredible to think about how AI is being woven into the fabric of our world to create a more sustainable future. Okay, now I'm ready for something that's truly mind-boggling. Let's talk about quantum AI.
This is where things get really interesting. Quantum computing is still in its early stages, but it holds the potential to revolutionize AI in ways we can only begin to imagine.
I have to admit, quantum physics always makes my head spin a little. But I'm fascinated by the possibilities. Can you break it down for us in a way that even I can understand?
Well, imagine a computer that can perform calculations millions of times faster than anything we have today. A computer that can leverage the strangeness of quantum mechanics to solve problems that are simply impossible for classical computers. That's the power of quantum computing.
So what happens when you combine that power with the intelligence of AI?
You unlock a whole new realm of possibilities. We're talking about accelerating drug discovery, designing new materials with unprecedented properties, revolutionizing financial modeling, and even cracking some of the toughest encryption codes out there.
It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does, but it's closer than you might think. Quantum AI is a field that's attracting massive investment and research, and we're likely to see significant breakthroughs in 2025 and beyond.
It's definitely one to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've explored how AI is making us safer, more sustainable, and pushing the boundaries of what's technologically possible. But now let's talk about a challenge that's becoming increasingly urgent: the rise of AI-generated fake content and its impact on our ability to discern truth from fiction in this post-truth world.
This is a critically important topic. The ease with which AI can now create incredibly realistic, deepfake synthetic text and manipulated audio is both fascinating and concerning. It's becoming harder and harder to distinguish what's real from what's fabricated.
It's like we're entering a world where seeing is no longer believing. It's unsettling, to say the least, and it has serious implications for democracy, journalism, and even our personal relationship.
Absolutely. The erosion of trust is a significant concern. Think about it. If we can no longer rely on what we see or hear, how do we make informed decisions? How do we hold people accountable? How do we even know who to trust?
It feels like we're in this constant state of information overload, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to filter out the noise and find the truth.
That's why it's more important than ever to develop critical thinking skills and media literacy. We need to be aware of the potential for manipulation, question our assumptions, and cross-check information from multiple sources.
It's like we all need to become digital detectives, constantly on the lookout for clues that might reveal the truth behind the curtain of information.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual responsibility. We need to hold social media platforms accountable for the content they host, develop better tools to detect and flag fake content, and educate the public on how to navigate this increasingly complex information landscape.
It's a multifaceted challenge that requires a collaborative effort from individuals, tech companies, policymakers, and educators. But it's a challenge we must overcome if we want to preserve truth, trust, and a shared sense of reality in this digital age.
Well said. And this brings us to another fascinating and somewhat daunting topic: autonomous AI agents.
Yes, this is where things get really interesting and maybe a little scary. We're talking about AI systems that can operate independently, making decisions and learning from their experiences
Yeah.
without constant human supervision.
Right. It's like taking everything we talked about, AI's ability to learn, adapt, and make decisions, and like really taking it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI that can operate with so much independence,
Right.
almost like sending like a probe out into the unknown
Right.
and trusting it to like find its way and make discoveries all on its own.
That's an incredible image. AI venturing out into the world, forging its own path.
Yeah.
But it also raises some pretty big questions.
Yeah.
I mean, how much autonomy is too much? How do we ensure that these AI agents remain aligned with like our values and goals?
Yeah.
And what happens if they make decisions that we don't agree with or that have unintended consequences?
Yeah, those are some of the biggest questions facing AI right now.
Right.
And the answers are complex and evolving. It's
Yeah.
like we're navigating uncharted territory here.
Right.
We need to proceed cautiously and thoughtfully, always remembering that AI at its core is a tool created by humans. And like any tool, it can be used for good or ill depending on the intentions and actions of those who wield it.
It sounds like a delicate balancing act, fostering innovation while also ensuring safety and ethical considerations. What are some concrete steps we can take to achieve that balance?
Well, first and foremost, we need to prioritize transparency and explainability in AI development. This means understanding how AI systems arrive at their decisions, being able to identify potential biases, and ensuring that they can be audited and corrected if necessary. It's like having a clear chain of command and accountability for every decision an AI agent makes.
That makes sense. If we're going to trust AI with greater autonomy, we need to know how its mind works and be confident that it's aligned with our values. What else can we do to ensure these AI agents act responsibly?
Another crucial aspect is designing AI systems with clear ethical guidelines and safety mechanisms built in from the ground up. Think of it like giving an AI agent a moral compass and a set of rules to follow, ensuring that its actions remain within acceptable bounds and align with human well-being.
So it's like we're writing the Constitution for new species of intelligence. What are some specific ethical considerations that come to mind when you think about autonomous AI agents?
One key area is ensuring that AI systems respect human autonomy and dignity. We don't want AI making decisions that override individual choice or undermine human agency. Another important consideration is fairness and non-discrimination. We need to make sure that AI systems don't perpetuate or amplify existing biases, leading to unfair outcomes or discriminatory practices. And of course, privacy and data security are paramount, as AI agents will often have access to sensitive information.
Wow. It sounds like we're not just designing algorithms, we're shaping the values and principles that will guide a whole new generation of AI. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also incredibly exciting.
It is. And I think the key to navigating this complex landscape is collaboration. We need experts from various fields, computer scientists, ethicists, social scientists, policymakers, and everyday citizens to come together and engage in open and honest dialogue about the implications of AI and how we can shape its future for the benefit of all humankind.
It's a call to action for all of us. And as we wrap up this deep dive into the AI trends of 2025, I'm left with a sense of both awe and responsibility. AI has the power to solve some of our greatest challenges and create a world we can barely imagine, but it also comes with risks that we need to address head on.
It's a powerful reminder that the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping through our choices, actions, and conversations. And I encourage everyone listening to engage in those conversations, to stay informed, and to ask those tough questions.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of AI. We hope you found it insightful, thought-provoking, and inspiring. And as AI continues to evolve, we encourage you to stay curious and keep exploring the ever-expanding possibilities of this transformative technology.
Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep shaping the future of AI.